what makes DevvE appealing to enterprises, and how do we solve their problems? I think you've kind of covered it, but we are an enterprise ready solution, and I know you can talk more about that, Ray.
Well, actually, I would hit two things right off the top. The sharding we discussed already, being able to basically have their own blockchain that they can then collaborate with others. But another one is probably even more so important, is the integration through simple RESTful APIs. They don't have to teach people how to program in blockchain. They don't have to change their legacy systems. They can basically connect to us and start taking the benefits of Web3 seamlessly, and that's huge. And so I think all the other attributes and benefits and patents and things we bring to the table are all amazing. But the fact that they can, just basically plug and play is really exciting.
And also on that front there, the auditability and the cost of doing that, considering other blockchain solutions, is one of the big four accounting firms got to be running an Ethereum node to validate the transactional data on there. That's not going to happen. But with those RESTful APIs, you can plug straight in and within seconds generate a report that accesses all the data you need, and in the private manner that we're referring to earlier.
Yeah, and when I'm sorry, go ahead, Devin.
No, I was going to say that's a really good point, because it's not just about a business solution; it's about all of the business solutions and enabling people to do business in the way they want to do business. That was the biggest problem with the first wave of blockchain, right? We there were so many barriers in front of it, not just knowledge barriers, but use barriers, integration barriers, and resource barriers. We can plug into all of the legacy systems, and it's just that simple. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's our kind of market advantage.
Oh, it's a huge benefit. And again, when I go to these conferences and I speak to the blockchain experts, when I'm giving talks, I always kind of joke with them, and I ask them to, who's the blockchain experts here? And, a bunch of people raise their hand, and I ask, so who's heard of DevvE? And some of them raise their hand, and I tell them, well, if you didn't raise your hand for both, then you're not a blockchain expert. And once I get done explaining to you how we integrate through simple RESTful APIs, you'll understand that the Web2 developers are actually going to be the real blockchain experts, because they can take the knowledge that they have already in the domain spaces they are, and then they can just create from there. And that's going to be the real value driver for blockchain once we're connecting with these enterprises and working with these different groups. And again, that's fantastic. You don't need this blockchain expertise to, and I'm doing the air quotes, expertise. What you do is we're giving the experts in these domains new tools and new capabilities, and they can create new business models and new use cases. And that's the exciting part.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that plays into a lot of the questions that our community have been asking about who is building on DevvE. And really that question itself doesn't quite make sense, because you don't need to build on DevvE. You just build whatever you have, whatever tools you're comfortable with, and then come in and use the developer-friendly plugins to become a Web3 application straight away. So who is building on DevvE? Everyone is building on DevvE.
Exactly.
And, we touched again, Steve, you kind of brought up a real world example of, plugging into a piece of software to generate a report. I mean, that's not your core business, but the more we kind of share examples or show examples of these types of, real world integrations, everyone thinks of kind of blockchain in a very linear kind of, fashion. They're sort of, product, input, output, and value, right? We're thinking about all of those things. So by enabling business and giving them the ability to utilize, the kind of Web3 space and Web3 technologies, we're not only giving them, you know, the ability to generate value at that point, but all of these additional and peripheral pieces of their business become supercharged as well. So, you know, it's, yeah, everything from, you know, access to data through to, you know, enabling HR and other, you know, areas that are probably less important than maybe if you're looking at sales and your profit, or you're looking at share price, or you're looking at other things. All of these things are you know, integral to having this you know, market advantage, or being able to leverage this system in the ways that make sense to you, not in the ways that you're being told to, you know, to use it.